Gross. Okay. Just sucks that Sonic hits don't give you the meanings to these songs. Well, they gave us two meanings to the first two songs, but not for the rest. Wow. Wait, what? Wow. Yeah, the rest of the song don't have the meaning. Yes. Shit. I'm just looking for meanings to these songs. So, what Sonic Hits need to do is that they need to upload more meaning to these songs. That way, I don't be saying stupid shit, nothing crazy. They're too damn lazy to either they're too damn lazy to even give you the meaning to these songs. They're just too damn late. Like not the artists, but the people like Sonic Hits and all these other websites. They don't give you meanings, and it's just freaking stupid. Mm, there you go.
Yo,
Hello,
how's it going?
going good.
That's good.
How work?
It was pretty smooth today. It was alright. Did you have the wet today?
No,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I hear you.
yeah. I work Sunday, both shifts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they let they let me off early on at 8
Oh really?
at night. Yeah, at night. Reason why, and the reason why is because one of my coworkers didn't show up.
Oh wow.
He was a no-show,
Oh gosh.
and all because no, he didn't show up for work because he had to spend time with his girlfriend.
Wow.
But here's the thing: but he never called, contacted, or even texted Row House about it.
That's messed up.
Mm-mm. Tell me, yeah, tell me about it. And because of that, it messes up everybody's scared, messes up everybody's time to leave.
Right.
Yeah, because normally I leave I leave at 7, and the other guy, the other guy, Hamid, he leaves at 8, and then Christian 9, then Cole 10. Yeah,
Oh
because
wow.
because all four of us on Sundays are essays. So on Saturday, I just go in at 12 to 4. So I have the day shift.
Oh okay.
Me and Jeremiah. So we don't. So we just work the day shift.
Oh gotcha.
Yeah, Sunday volume, but but they let me leave early at night because I be working there all day.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like I love Cole. He's my friend, but next time if you want to spend time with your girl and all, let them know. Let them know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at
Yeah,
least oh yeah.
because they don't know where the heck he was. So I don't know. So I don't know. I think I might have a feeling that they might have that they need to talk to him because
Mm.
he can't be skipping work like that
Right.
because that's gonna just gonna to get you fired.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but all in all, it was a good work a good day of work on Sunday though.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. What did you do there again?
huh?
What do you do there?
Oh, bus tables.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Take, I'm gonna get my charger and I'll take the I'll take the trash out later. Yeah, after we do the custard review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And after we do that, then Culture Club is gonna be next as well. So that's why yeah, it's gonna be a double review.
Mm.
Not gonna be too long because these albums are just like 11 songs long.
Right.
And them eggs. I'll get my charger right quick.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm back.
Cool.
Ready to start?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah, I'm ready. What's good, YouTube? This is Rich Umbrella in the building. And I got my homeboy Mike with me.
Yo.
And today, we're going to travel to Australia with this alternative rock group called Custard with their 2020 album. And it is called Respect All Lifeforms, which was released on May 22nd, 2020. And it was recorded through 2019 and 2020, and it was released by ABC Music. The genre is alternative rock, pop rock, and indie rock. And no singles. Of course, there's no singles, but some songs do have music videos like Couples Fight, Funky Again, and the Min Lights. So far, those are the ones that have the music videos. And brief summary of who Custard is. So Custard is an Australian indie rock band that was formed in the late 80s in Brisbane, Queensland. The band consists of four members, which are David McCormick, Paul Madu, Matthew Strong, and Glenn Thompson. The past members are James Straker, Shane Brunn, Gavin Harnberg, Danny Plant, John Laurie, and Tom Jackman. So from 1989 and 1993, the band was originally known as Custard Gun and featured David McCormick on vocals and guitar, Paul Madu on bass, McCormick and Madu both ex Who's Gerald, James Straker later in the Mountainix on guitar, and Shane Brunn who later formed Hug Bubble and Venlas Batter on drums. After a few shows and lineup changes, namely Straker being replaced by Matthew Strong, Custard Gun morphed into Custard in early 1990. Their first release was the first track vinyl EP, Rockfish Anna, which was issued in November 1990. A fire-breathing Elvis impersonator was part of the EP's launch festivities. Custard's debut album, Buttercup Bedford, was recorded in 1991. It was meant to be released on CD in March 1992, but things went awry. The CDs never turned up on time for the album launch, forcing them to give away copies of the album on cassettes to keep the audience happy. It was not until the end of 92 that the band finally got their hands on the elusive CDs. By this time, Custard had signed to Raw Records and had released their first major label release, an EP called Gestanged. Gestanged was followed in '93 by another EP, Brisbane, and two singles, Casanova and Singlet. By this time, the band was on to its third drummer. Shane Brunn had been replaced by Gavin Harnberg, who had subsequently been replaced by Danny Plant. And fun fact, the voice actor, well, not well, the lead singer, Dave McCormick, he's the voice actor of Bandit Healer from Bluey, which is a Australian kid show.
Oh wow.
Yep, that has a lot. That show Bluey has been praised left to right. Yeah, e- everybody in Australia loved that show. Not just Australians, but people here in the United States love the show as well. So it's loved universally by everyone because of its positive messages about family and its healthy it's it's healthy the healthy stereotypes of Australian culture and the fact that Bandit Healer, Bluey and Bingo's father, and the wife of Chili, who is voiced by Melanie Zanetti, and he is he also got he also was critically acclaimed for being a positive father figure to his two children. Yep. So Dave McCormick, this him right here, Dave McCormick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's him. He's the lead singer in Custard, and he voices Bluey, Bandit's father. Well, not Band, well, Bluey's father.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah, Bluey. She's a 6 years old. Bingo's 4 years old. Bandit's the father, and Chili's the mother. So Melanie Zanetti, she voices the mother, and this is her right here.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, very gorgeous looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree.
Something about them Australian people, I'm telling you.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah. And fun fact, yeah, fun fact. The character Bandit, the father, a lot of people love him because he is a perfect father. He's a perfect father. He's very loving, attentive, and just like his wife, he knows how to raise his kids. Compared to compared to people like Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, and Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, or Howie,
Mm.
Martha from Bobby's World,
Yeah.
and to a smaller extent, Hank Hill from King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Bandit Keeler knows how to raise his kids.
Right. Right.
Yeah, him and his wife,
Mm.
and also a lot of mothers in Australia, they love him because he's also a sex symbol as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yep. He's also a sex symbol. Yeah. So Van Healer, that's so I'm gonna show you a picture of what he looks like. Bandit Healer. That's him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Everybody, like a lot of mothers, declare him a sex symbol.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, because he's like the perfect husband, like the perfect husband
Right.
for
Right.
for them.
Right.
Like he has his flaws, but compared to other fathers, like Peter Griffin, like I said, Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson, Howie Mandel, or even the his wife Martha, from Bobby's world, because
Right.
that family in that show, I'm gonna tell you, like they there are moments where they do care, but they kind of act pretty dysfunctional, if you ask me.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
They act very dysfunctional. Like, Howie is just high strung. He's always yelling all the time.
Hmm.
Martha's dramatic. Well, she's like she has that Midwestern type of accent. Kelly's dramatic. Derek's an asshole.
Right.
Yeah, and Bobby, like, and it's just weird. Like, why is Derek picking on a 4-year-old? That's weird.
Yeah, that is kind of. I never gotten that.
Yeah, like, why are you picking on a 4-year-old? Like, I don't get it.
Right. I've never gotten that before. That it kind of reminds me of Buzz picking on Kevin McAllister, kind of.
Oh yeah, Home Alone.
Yeah, well, even though Kevin McAllister is like, the first one he was 8, but still, like, it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, it does. Like, he's one of those typical '90s older brother siblings.
Right.
Like, that show is so stereotypical.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bobby's World. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, the only reason why, like, it's popular because it was a part of its time. But when we watch it, that show did not age well.
No, it kind of did. Like,
Like, because all that stuff with Bobby, Derek abusing Bobby and all that stuff, it would not fly today. Because if Howie Mandel did a reboot of that show,
uh,
maybe the family would have been like they would have been on healthier terms
probably
than
most.
than they were in the '90s. It's just that I don't understand why you feel the need to pick on someone who is much younger than you, like 4 years old, a
Right.
preschooler, like a preschooler.
Right.
Like, pe- people say that the reason why he's such a dick to Bobby is because he gets picked on at school by his friends. So, which again, that's a horrible excuse.
It is. It's unjustifiable.
Like, he's just a pussy. That's all he is.
I agree.
Yeah, Derek's a pussy.
Yeah.
I like his sister more because yes, she could be a bitch, but at least she's a lot nicer to Bobby.
True. I agree.
Yeah, like, she could be a bitch to him when sometimes it's understandable. Like, trying to read her diary. Yeah, that's understandable. But for the most part, the sister Kelly, she's much more nicer to Bobby.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's off topic. But so Bandit Healer, he's like the sex symbol. He's that. He's also a very good father to his two kids, and a very good husband to his wife. So yeah, Dave McCormick, he voiced Bandit Healer from Bluey.
Hmm.
So going all the way going all the way further to respect all life forms. So on March 19th, 2020, Custard released the new single Funky Again and announced their eighth studio album, Respect All Life Forms. And the album was released on May 22nd of 2020. On September 23rd, Custard announced on their social media pages that pre-production on a new album has started.
Mm.
Yeah. So this what the group looks like. that's the group.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's right there. That's Dave McCormick right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The one in the black.
yeah. That's David McCormick,
Okay.
the voice actor for Bandit Healer.
Wow.
So, and this the album cover for their album, we spell Lifeforms. Yep, that's the album cover.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like very like it's very vintage look, like very vintage. It looks like something you would see out of a classical painting.
Right.
Yeah, it just got that feeling, that classical vintage look,
Yeah, I agree.
that oil painting you will often see when you go into art school, when you go to an art museum and you see all these like very big paintings that were made in the like old centuries.
Right.
That's what remind me of, but it has that modern twist to it.
I agree.
Yeah, and so the album has 10 track, well not 10, 11 tracks. So we're gonna get started with the first song, which is "Couples Fight," and this is how you start. And this is a very dope song right here. Very good way to start to start the album. But this song, it just depicts a couple's argument that took place in the morning, and has carried on throughout the day and into the night. The singer acknowledges that the fight came out of nowhere without warning. The repetition of the phrase is a couple's fight emphasizes the central theme of the song and the underlying tension in the relationship. In the second verse, the singer mentions sipping sarsa sarsaparilla. Yeah, that's pronounced it, which can be interpreted as a metaphor for trying to calm things down or finding temporary solace. However, it's clear that the conflict between the couple cannot be easily resolved. The singer reflects on how things could been different between them, but the reality is that they are engaged in a constant struggle. The third verse takes a detour after the single recalls seeing the word cruising written in a Germanic font, which suggests a random association or distraction from the ongoing fight. The mention of driving down Southern Cross Drive and listening to Bob Dylan's album Blood on the Tracks adds to the imagery of frustration and the desire for escape. The line about demanding someone to pull something immediately implies a demand for a resolution or an end to the fighting. Overall, the lyrics depict the continuous cycle of conflict within a relationship and the inability to find a peaceful resolution. It explores the frustration and lack of understanding between the couple, suggesting that they have reached a point where they simply don't know how they arrived at this stage in the relationship. So yeah, so pretty much it talks about couples argument and the ups and downs within that relationship, and it's all about not every relationship is gonna be perfect. You're gonna have your arguments, your disagreements here and there, and it happens. Like that's how life is. Life is not black and white. So this is a very dope song. Love it.
Mm. I thought it was okay. Uh, I listened to what I was listening to it. I'm gonna be honest. I listened to this whole album, and you said it came out in like 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. So when I was listening to this album, there, I'm gonna be honest. Like, and while we doing this review, like it's for most of my answers, like if not all, most of my answers gonna be either it's okay or didn't care for it, because it anything rock wise from like 2020s, I don't really care for it really. It's like nothing against them or anything like that, but if I don't know, like they've been out for a while, so if I heard some like 80s, 90s and stuff like that, then it would been probably a little different. But like some of the like a couple of songs like kind of sounded like a little familiar. So, you know, I this one I've heard this one, and I thought it was okay. This type of genre rock now, I don't really, it's not really my cup of tea. So
Yeah, they're
yeah,
more they're more alternative rock.
yeah,
They're not like metal, like they're not like heavy metal, not like no death metal. They're more alternative rock,
yeah,
indie rock. Like they're indie rock.
yeah. Now some
Yeah, alternative rock, indie rock,
yeah,
pop rock, and I
yeah,
love all. And you know me, I excuse me, I adore alternative rock. Like Stone
yeah,
Temple Pilots is my favorite alternative rock group,
yeah,
and Custard. This is our first time. This is our first time listening to the album,
yeah.
so
Hmm.
so it's it's okay that if you don't like it at first, because not every album you hear for the first time you may not like. You may like it, but but it's not it may not gonna resonate with you at first. But when you release to it over and over again, and as time goes by, you start to appreciate it more.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens as well. That was yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about, because I do know that this is your first time listening to their work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Never
so
before.
yeah, so like I said, it's not gonna resonate with you at first,
Right.
but when you listen to to their albums over and over and over, well, over
Mhm.
and over and over, and you start to appreciate them more.
Right.
Same
Yeah.
thing, same thing with me. This is my first time listening to the album. This is my first time listening to their album.
Yeah.
To well, this album.
Hmm.
So I may like it at first, but as time goes on, and when I keep listening to this album over and over, I'll appreciate it more.
Right.
Yeah, or in other words, grow on you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So.
So next track is "Funky Again." Now this is my favorite song off this album. My favorite off this album. So this one talks about wistful nostalgia for a time when things were fun and exciting. The reference to the Russian winter and being snow blind signifies the cold and distant nature of the present, contrasting with the warmth and vibrancy of the past. The line, "and I never found out what you were looking for when I first found you on my kitchen floor," suggests that there was a sense of mystery and excitement in the beginning of the relationship, but it has now faded away. The mention of the mathematicians in the line, and these are the days that the mathematicians feared, adds an interesting layer to the song. It it implies that the current situation is complex and confusing, similar to the challenges mathematicians face in solving equations or unraveling intricate theories. The question, will we ever be that funky again, reflects a longing for a return to that previous state of fun and energy. There's a sense of uncertainty and doubt about whether it will ever happen. The repetition of the chorus emphasizes the desire for things to go back to the way they were, but there is also a resignation in the lines, and I won't care if you won't, and I won't say it if you won't.
Mm-hmm.
It suggests a willingness to let go or move on if the other person is not willing to recapture the past. Overall, Funky Again explores the themes of nostalgia, longing, and the complexity of relationships. It captures the bittersweet feeling of yearning for a time that may never come again. And exactly because this song is relevant to anybody. Like, you got those days where people say, "Oh, the music is not as great back in the like the music right now is not as great as it was back in the day,"
Mm-hmm.
or "Oh, people in general were more welcoming, or they were more pleasant and more friendlier to each other than they were than how they are in the current state of mind."
Mm-hmm.
And this song explores the themes of how nostalgia can be great, but again, it can also but it can also be a detriment, because if you focus way too much on nostalgia, then you fail to see all the good things that come within the current state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you, like even though we live in in a pretty shit environment, a pretty shit world where everybody's dying, um, celebrity, like, our legends dying, celebrities getting beefing, and getting blah, getting into legal troubles, or just people in general just being a nuisance to the world.
Right.
There is still some good.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to find it within the chaos that is life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very bittersweet song that is also an eye opener to anyone who wants to explore, like, who wants to know, like, that not everything in the current world, like, even though the past is great, the present in the future may also be great, but you gotta be smart enough to look for it. So this is a very dope song as well. I love it.
Yeah, I want to also comment too that I feel like back then, um, there's some people thought, you know, back, back then, like a lot of stuff was like more simple, which it was, you know what I mean, and yeah, which it was a lot more simpler. Like now, you have so much technology. You have all this technology. Back then, you didn't have YouTube or um, all this other stuff. Like you had to, if you want to listen to a old album, old song or whatnot, you would have to literally find it at the record store. So certain things was like harder back then, versus now where it's just you could have easy access to like old songs and stuff. But I feel like you're right about how, there's some good in the world. Um Yeah, it is some good. It's just now it's harder it's harder to find it, So I kind of like the message that the song, gave, in that perspective.
Yeah, but also don't forget that even though life back in the day were simpler, like the 70s, like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s, where we had um a lot of great stuff that happened back in the day.
Yeah.
And like you said, YouTube was not invented until like the mid 2000s.
Right.
Back in the day, because back in the day we didn't have YouTube.
Yeah.
Like all we had all we had was VHS or old console game consoles, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this song is all about longing for nostalgia, longing for no, pretty much anything that was great back in the day. Like we can't find them now,
Right.
and but also people need to understand that even back in the day, things were tough back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, things were tough.
Yeah.
Okay, even the past has its shits. Like
Does.
who remembers like the Holocaust or Hitler, starting Nazis and shit.
Right.
Like people seem to forget about that,
Yeah.
but because they're too focused on like the happier things. No, that's not how the world works. Like the world is very expansive. Like you got your good and then you got your bad,
Yeah, that is true.
and then you got your in between.
Yep.
So let's not focus. So let's not act like the past is all sunshine and rainbows because it's not.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
So I took photos. So the next track is Harlequin Records. This is a pretty cool song right here, and with this, and it has that country vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where is it? Oh, hold up. I'm gonna go back. Harlequin Records. This is why when Sonic hits, they don't give you all the meanings to these artists' songs.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is true.
No, I don't need no updates to my watch. Harley Quinn Records. Where is it? Hmm. Yeah, I wish they. I wish Sonic Hits would have all the would have all the info to these songs. It just sometimes I just hate just researching
Yeah, I don't blame you.
because at least hmm, is it right here? Okay. There you go. So Harley Quinn record. Okay, Harley Quinn records. Okay, there you go. Now track three, Harley Quinn records. Pretty cool song right here, where this one talks. Well, this is a glam rock opera type of record, and from what it says on the Sydney Morning Herald website, which revisits the record store a teenage McCormick haunted in the mid 1980s while working as a supermarket trolley collector.
Mm.
So and the lyrics to the songs go like this. So there's the lyrics: Harlequin records, tight jeans. She's got the best hair that I've ever seen. I'm working in Woolies if I could work it all. Christmas carols and a Japanese guitar. Oh, why did you have to start? I'm so dumb that people are beginning to think I'm smart. Oh, why did you go and blow it all apart? Try buying a cassette from a record bar. They got candies on a conveyor, and that's when I see you. Sunshine in your hair, or maybe it's the floral lights in the air conditioner. Why did you have to start? I'm so dumb that people actually think I'm smart. Why did you have to go and blow it all apart? Try screaming at one and no one in particular. This game ridiculous. I got mothers and mother-in-law's tongue. If you want some, why'd you have to start? Why'd you blow it all apart? Go. And why'd you have to start? I'm so dumb that people actually think I'm smart. Or why did you have to go and blow it all apart? So it's a pretty short song. It goes by 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
Mm.
So pretty short song, but it's cool though. It's a cool song.
Mm. Yeah, this one I didn't care for this one. It
Mm.
was it was man, it was like one of those take it for me. It was like one of those take it or leave it type of song. Like I didn't really care for this one too much.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, a lot of their songs are very short, so
Yeah.
they go by two, three. One of them is one of them goes to 1 second 47 minutes. Yeah, but yeah. So next track is a cat called No. This is a very solid song right here, where this one talks about where there we go. This one basically talks about a reminder of of his elegant touch when it comes to making classic guitar pop songs. So pretty much when it comes to Glenn Thompson. So Glenn Thompson said it's been 23 years since Glenn Thompson first saying call my baby a piece of shit. I hate it. We hate it. Funny thing is now we both feel fine. While that remains a perfect intro to a perfect song, is a cat called No is a reminder of his elegant touch when it comes to making classic guitar pop songs, and his style is distinct, very distinct. So when you hear the song, it has that old school, nostalgic, calm rock sound to it, and the lyrics go like this. So the lyrics for a cat called No is it must have been good the first time. It must have been good the last time. It must have been good most any time. Can you see the arc of the line from somewhere to somewhere in time? It must have been good most any time. Like that type of feeling, that vintage old school feel.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, something like when you hear this track, it kind of like when you picture picture yourself, you know, dream yourself, running in the countryside, and you block this song. That's what the song reminds you of. It just has that feel good, um that feel good vibe to it.
Right.
So pretty cool song. I like it.
Yeah, this song wasn't bad. I like the old school feel to it. Um, yeah, yeah, they did a pretty solid job with this one.
All right. Okay, so track 5 is Wishing. Um, this song was okay. It only went for 1 minute and 47 seconds. So pretty, I say pretty decent song. Nothing spectacular or revolutionary, but just a pretty decent short song. So take it or leave it.
Yeah, I agree. It was this song wasn't nothing special. It was just
Yeah,
that should have been like a I don't know. That should have. Oh, I'm not even gonna say as far as that should have started off the album, but yeah, it was just I don't really care too much for short songs, unless if I mean, it
yeah,
sounds really good. Some short songs need to be longer, but this one was take it or leave it. I didn't care for this one.
yeah, yeah. It's one of those songs where you like, yeah, it's decent, but it's decent, nothing revolutionary, but it's
Mm.
also like it could have been longer. Like it could have been longer, but I think with with a short song like this,
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing really. It's not something that I don't know how to describe it. Like it's a decent song, but it's one of those songs where you stick it or leave it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a take it or leave, or leave it track, but it's a cool song nonetheless.
Yeah.
Track six, track 6 is take the skinheads bowling. Um, this one right here is a pretty solid song. This one pretty much talks about where oh didn't so pretty much Custard's often overlooked knack at making other people's songs their own continues with a cracking version of Camper Van Beethoven's brilliant Take the Skinheads Bowling. But the band's own no nonsense trustees on life and love stay ahead and shoulders above it. Um, so the lyrics to the song, which they had the freaking lyrics, um, Take the Skinheads. Boom, there you go. Custard's version. I'm looking at Custard's version.
Mm.
Oh, there you go. Uh, oh, so, all right. So the song go like this. So every day I get up and pray to Jah, and He increases the number of clocks by exactly one. Everybody's coming home for lunch these days. Last night there were skinheads on my lawn. Take the skinheads bowling. Take them bowling. Take the skinheads bowling. Take them bowling. Some people say that bowling alleys got big lanes. Got big lanes. Got big lanes. Some people say that bowling alleys all look the same. Look the same. Look the same. There's not a line that goes here that rhymes with anything, anything, anything. Had a dream last night, but I forget what it was, what it was, what it was. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling, take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. So yeah, so that's like pretty much the whole song. And you know what? So there we go. So yes, I found a meaning. Okay, so the song "Take the Skinheads Bowling" by Custard is about accepting people for who they are, as suggested by the line "Take the Skinheads Bowling," an invitation to reach out to a group that might be marginalized in society. The lyrics also highlight how having a sense of optimism and faith in something will help a person think outside the traditional boundaries of life. The dream sequences in the song represent visions of hope and love that can be found despite differences in challenging times. The message of the song is that it is possible to create a world where everyone is accepted and treated with respect. So yeah, very cool message where so basically it talks about it has a social message to it. Like people, like people who never listened to the song think it's all about sports and shit. No, it's not. It, it's not about sports. It's all about society. It's a societal issue song where
Mm-hmm.
it talks about how people need to step out of their comfort, need to step out of their boundaries in society where people have been marginalized, and it's all about creating a world where everyone is treated equally, no matter if you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, Spanish, what have you. Everyone, yes, they're different, but there needs to be a unity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because nowadays, because like you still have that race people always have that race card within them
Mm-hmm.
of saying stuff like, "Oh, white people can't play," white people can't do R&B. That's a black thing. No, no, it's not. R&B's for everybody.
Right.
Because you do realize that there's a thing called blue eyed soul.
Right.
Yes, blue eyed soul, white R&B.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with white artists like Taylor Dane, Tim Marie, David Bowie, Bobby Caldwell, Phil Collins doing R&B. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, they pulled it off.
Or Adele as well, just wear as well.
Mm-hmm.
Celine Dion. Like, there's no problem with them, with those artists doing R&B because they have the voice. Like Lisa Stansfield, Tina Marie, they have the voice of R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Culture Club, they got the voice of R&B. So, and it's not just music. It's based off of anything, just anything. whether it be
Right.
music, games, or TV shows. There's always going to be a race thing between one nation or one race or one ethnicity, ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs it just needs to die down. So this is a very cool song, but a very cool message about unity.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone needs to be treated with the equal amount of respect. So it's a very cool message and very cool song. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. I like the message since um, you know, like anybody could do anything. Like I like the message of the song.
Yeah, I finally found the meaning. Like, thank you, song tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, song tell. You saved me.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, you saved me. So the next track is where is it? Where is it? Um, Damn it. Okay, so next track is the Min Min Lights. This is a pretty solid song as well. A pretty cool song right here. The Min Min Lights. Now this, yeah. Oh, and and also there's a music video for this song. You can go and check it out
mm-hmm.
in your spare time. Yes. So the Min Min Lights by Custard seems to be a song about two individuals, Veronica and the narrator, who
Mm-hmm.
are experiencing some form of emotional distress or hardship. While the exact circumstances are not explicitly mentioned, there are indications of frustration, delay, and despair throughout the lyrics. The opening lines suggest a sense of disappointment and being held back, with the mention of being delayed and having good gold dust in our eyes. This could symbolize aspirations or dreams they have yet to be realized. The repetition of "I guess" highlights the uncertainty and lack of control over their current situation. Veronica is portrayed as calling the authorities or seeking help, as implied by the line. She turns the outside signage off, and right now, I think she's calling the cops.
What?
This could indicate that she is trying to resolve a conflict or seek assistance in a difficult situation. Her constant crying suggests a deep emotional pain or sadness that she experiences throughout the night. The narrator, on the other hand, seems to be dealing with physical and emotional bruises. The mention uh, of a black eye and the line, I guess I can't complain, suggests resignation and acceptance of a difficult reality. It implies that they have become accustomed to enduring hardship without expressing their grievance. The reference to Christmas bugs being gone, but festive lights still lingering could represent a time of transition or change. It may symbolize the passing of a joyous period while while the remnants of celebration remain, serving as a stark contrast to the emotional turmoil experienced by the characters. The mention of Veronica's clothes on the front lawn and her question to the narrator, "Lover, what have you done? What have you done?" seem to allude to a pivotal event or a significant breach in the relationship. It implies that something has gone awry, and Veronica is questioning the narrator's actions or choices. The line "not everyone gets to choose" could reflect the unavoidable consequences faced by both parties, suggesting that circumstances have forced them into their current predicament. Overall, the Midman Lights portrays a sense of frustration, hardship, and emotional turmoil faced by both Veronica and the narrator. The song captures the feelings of longing for escape or resolution while also acknowledging the reality of their circumstances. So, pretty dope song and pretty dope message. Pretty sad if you ask me. It's pretty sad and emotional if you ask me, based off of what the song is about.
Mhm.
Yeah, and here's how it sounds. I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna yeah. Here's how the song sounds. The Min Light. Veronica and I, unfortunately. I'm not gonna put the whole thing though. It seems we might be delayed. Oh, one more last time. Gold dust in our eyes. And I'll guess again. She turns the outside signage off. And right now I think she's calling the cops. Veronica cries. Are you ugly? Are you happy there? Under the midnight light, where everything should be alright. But Veronica cries. Veronica cries all night. Oh, Veronica cries. Yeah, that's how the song sounds. So yeah, it has that soft rock, like that pop. It's a pop rock song, like pop rock. So very cool song, very cool song, very cool message. I, I like it.
It has that old school feeling to it too, like kind of sort of like especially like the beat, especially like the early '80s, like old school feel to it. But what that one wasn't too bad.
Oh, there you go. There. All right. So let me go back to the track listing. Um, Track 8 is Talkative Town. With this song, this one pretty much talks about um, talk- mm, Talkative Town, Talkative Town. There you go, Talkative Town. Won't stop. There you go. There you go. Talkative Town. by Custard. This one, okay, this one talks about. This one is a okay. Talking to Town by Custard seems to be a satirical reflection on modern society, specifically focusing on issues such as wealth inequality, political corruption, surveillance, and a constant chatter of gossip and rumors in a community. The opening lines of the song, "You're welcome to my home, discard your shoes, discard your shoes and phone. We live up in the trees or where they used to be," create a sense of a community or gathering where people can't let go of material possessions and connect on a more personal level. It could suggest a desire for simplicity and a break from the fast paced, technology driven world. The chorus, I like to dance around to almost any sound, portrays the carefree nature of the narrator and their ability to find joy in any situation. It could be interpreted as a way of coping with the complexity of the world by embracing simplicity and finding happiness in the little things. The song takes a critical turn in the following verse, addressing societal issues. The lyrics delve into themes of wealth disparity, criticizing how the wealthy, even figuratively represented by Jesus, evade taxes and use alternative paths to gain power. The line, "Jesus gets wealthy by avoiding his tax, rising up to power on alternative paths," could be a comment on the hypocrisy and a corruption prevalent in some religious and political systems. The reference to buying things with a digital thumbprint speaks to the increasing reliance on technology and the erosion of privacy and consumerism. It suggests a loss of one's individuality and identity in a world driven by digital transactions. The verses also touch on themes of surveillance and the loss of personal freedom. The line, "There's voices downstairs every night after dark," hints at individuals living in a state of constant surveillance or scrutiny. The mention of satellite cameras looking down amplifies the sentiment of being constantly observed and monitored. The repeated choruses in the line, "People keep a talking," is a talkative town, highlights the prevalence of gossip and hearsay, symbolically reflecting the constant stream of information and opinions in society. It suggests that in this talkative town, rumors and speculations often overshadow genuine dialogue and understanding. Overall, Talkative Town reflects on the complexities and problems present in contemporary society, criticizing issues such as wealthy inequality, political corruption, loss of privacy, and the overwhelming noise of gossip. The song invites listeners to question and challenge the systems and behaviors that contribute to these issues and consider alternative ways of living and interacting. So yeah, pretty deep message if you ask me. Pretty deep message. And and speaking of songs that are about scrutiny, how the media can scrutinize somebody. Um, we all know this song "Scream" by Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that song, one of the one of the best songs of the '90s. Where that one also talked about media scrutiny and how people always are always are always addicted to, you know, listening to stuff on the news that aren't true, like, tabloids. They listen to like tabloids, or they just listening to just shit that people don't do the research on. And this was a time where Michael was, he was going through a lot of crap in his life, where every everyone and the mama accused him of child sexual abuse, which I would say again and again, all the stuff that he did. Well, or people claim that he did
Mm-hmm.
were not true.
Right.
Because you know why? The FBI searched his home. They searched everything. There was no signs of child pornography. Nothing. There were no signs of child molestation. Nothing.
Right.
I mean, yes. I mean, okay. Yes, I blame the parent. Okay, I blame the parents. Where when it comes to sleeping in someone's bed, yeah, I blame the parents because and why would you let your child sleep in a bed with an adult?
Exactly.
Like you should be responsible for that.
Right.
Like so yeah, blame the parents. Don't blame Michael. Blame the parents because Michael did nothing wrong.
Right.
And we all know that documentary, that shit documentary, Living Neverland, which by the way, that whole documentary was shit,
Yeah.
total shit.
Yeah.
The only reason why that documentary was popular, it got a lot of good reviews, but was because people lied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just did that shit just to make Michael look bad.
Yeah.
And also, another song, "Leave Me Alone." That's from the bad era. That's
Yeah.
also about media scrutiny and loss of privacy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the lines, the, there's a time when you're right and you know you must fight. Who's laughing, baby? Don't you know? And there's the choice that we make and the choice you will take. Who's laughing, baby? So just leave me alone. Yeah. So, but this song, Talkative Town, this also reflects on, societal issues where, gossip, privacy, political corruption, and this still happens to the very day. Like, some people don't give celebrities their break. I mean, look what happened to Britney Spears a long time ago,
Right.
and look how much scrutiny she faced.
Yeah.
Or or let's say Amanda Bynes or Jeanette McCurdy.
Right.
Yeah, we all know the whole Dan Schneider incident
Oh God.
with the whole feet incident.
Yeah. Ugh.
With at the time, let me rephrase that. At at the time, underage Amanda Bynes or Miranda Cosgrove
Yeah.
or Jeanette McCurdy at the time,
Right.
because now because currently they're adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we all know, and also speaking of Jeanette McCurdy, she also wrote a book called "I'm Glad My Mom Died."
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. She wrote that book where she talks about um the pressures of being a child actress when she grew up.
Yeah.
Basically, it tells about her life, like her whole life, of how she became uh, an actress, a Nickelodeon actress, and also she talks about the relationship between her and her abusive mother. Yeah, so it's no secret that Custard also faced a lot of societal issues as well, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of scrutiny themselves because not all celebrities are don't like not like they have money, they have fame, but not all celebrities are happy.
True.
Yeah, the only difference is that they have money and fame,
Yeah, that's true.
but and that's it. That's the only difference. Is
Yeah.
money and fame. But for the rest, they're just human like us.
Yeah, I agree.
They 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 swear like us. They go to the bathroom like us. They have sex like us.
Hmm.
Like they're just human.
Right.
And people would think, oh, celebrities. I'm so jealous of this celebrity because they have all the fame and glory, while I'm just in the house just eating bonbons and watch Married with Children. No, you may think like that, but when you take when you peel back the layers, like all the money, all the fame, all the wealth, they're not happy.
True.
They're not happy.
True.
Like Beyonce. Beyonce is one of the most popular pop R&B singers of all ever.
Yeah.
One of the most popular R&B singers. She has money, fame, and wealth, but she's also human.
Right.
Same thing with Janet Jackson, one of the legends. She's also human.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker, Tina Turner, Whitney Houston. They may be legends
Yeah.
and they may have a lot of success in their lifetime, but they weren't all but they're not perfect. They don't all they're not perfect people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, they have flaws, and people seem to forget about that.
Yeah, they do.
And that's why and that's why this song talk to the town, it can resonate with anyone who's with any well not well with anyone who acts like, oh, these celebrities are famous and they may be, you know, rich off their ass.
Hmm.
We have to understand that even though they're successful, they're human.
Yeah, that's true.
So pretty cool song, very dope message, very deep message, very
Y-
deep message. So I like it. Love,
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I like the message of this song too. Yeah, it's a you mentioned a lot of, celebrities, are not happy and stuff like that. You have a lot of child actors too, like from the past that, they were kind some of them were kind of like forced into the business, and some of them, they were happy at the moment, but once that fame came, it just got overwhelming. Like a perfect example, Macaulay Culkin, for instance, he's a prime example. Um, he a lot of people think Home Alone was his first movie, was or Uncle Buck was his first movie. Well, he did a movie in 1986 called Rocket Gibraltar. He had a small role in that. Um, and then he was in a couple other movies too before Uncle Buck, and then Home Alone. That was his breakout role, and he got critically acclaimed. Now, mind you, that movie was a low budget movie, but it did solid at the box office. Now, while Macaulay Culkin, he may have been an overnight sensation, his parents, he didn't see none, he didn't, all that money that he made, he didn't really see none of it because his parents took all his money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like they took it for themselves. They just stole it out of him. But I think later on in his adult years, he finally sued them and stuff. And, he's came a long way. You know what I mean? And finally, he just got the Hollywood Walk of Fame just a couple of days ago. And yeah, he's been to hell and back. You know what I mean? So, being a celebrity is not it's not all sunshines and rainbows. And then you have past celebrities that now they getting it's getting hard and hard for them to get roles. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
Hollywood's taken over by TikTok actors. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sad because they faded away all the old timers. Like uh, I would like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, unless they work with Martin Scorsese. You know what I'm saying? And you have some actors who retired, either because of health issues or because they're not getting enough roles anymore. You know what I mean? Like Denzel Washington back then, you couldn't wait to see a Denzel movie. You know what I mean? Like that, next year, oh, he's gonna make a movie. He's gonna do one, two movies a year. He went from that to you'll be lucky if you see him next year. You know what I mean? So I think with him, because it's not enough roles, I think his acting wise, he's probably on his way out. I feel. I think a lot of actors, Clint Eastwood, another one, you'll be lucky if you see him acting, but he's doing more directing now. So, um, but yeah, I like the message of what this song gave.
hmm and that's very and that's a very good analysis because it's not just because some some people don't give subs a break.
No.
Like the whole if you know that meme, leave Britney alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is still that meme is still popular to this very day.
Right.
Yeah, leave Britney alone.
Hmm.
Yeah, but serious. Yeah, people don't realize that a lot of these celebrities, what they go through in their personal lives is hell.
Yeah.
Like, and when you mention like child stars, um, I'm gonna take this back to the '80s with people like Heather O'Rourke,
Oh yeah.
who passed away at age 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very gone too way too soon,
What did she die of again?
huh?
What did she die of again?
Heather O'Rourke.
Yeah.
She passed away from cause of death, cardiac arrest.
Oh wow.
Well, she died following two cardiac. Her cause of death later been ruled as conget, 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 congenital stenosis of the intestine complicated by septic shock.
Wow.
Yeah, very very brutal way to die.
Yeah, that's
Um,
way too young.
yeah, and another one of the most famous, one of the most tragic ones, Judith Barcy,
Yeah.
the voice actress who played Ducky from Limit for Time.
Yeah.
Yep, that one. And Annie from All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Annie. Anne Marie. There you go. Anne Marie from All Dogs Go to Heaven. She was shot and killed by her father.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. The documentary was so like her life was so damn sad.
Yeah.
Like right here, that's her Judith Barcy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and This is her piece of shit father. This is her piece of shit father right here.
Oh God,
That's the one. That's the one who killed her.
that's terrible.
Her well, her and her mother.
Right.
Yeah. The reason why because he was jealous of Dar's success. So long story short, he was so jealous of her to the point where his his alcohol his alcoholic behavior increased, and he started to abuse both his daughter and his wife
Wow.
to the point where he even hold a knife to her throat, saying, "If you and your mother don't come back from the Jaws 4 revenge shoot, then I'll cut your throat." Basically,
Well, Jaws 4. Oh God.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm glad. But don't forget. But I'm glad. But I'm glad he's in he's in hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but Judith Barcy, like the daughter and the wife, they're in heaven. They're
Yeah.
in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're probably laughing at their at at the father now, since
Right.
he since after he shot both his wife and daughter, he committed suicide.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he's in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and now people the people who bought the home, they said that the house felt haunted because of the very dark past.
Right.
So yeah, so very tragic death. Rest in peace, Heather Rogue. Rest
Yeah.
in peace, Judith Barcy. Hey, rest in peace, Dana Plato too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she died. Yeah, she died from suicide as well. Well, her and her son Tyler, they both committed suicide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Another.
so that's why this song, Talkative Town, is so relevant. It's very relevant.
Yeah.
So very dope song. Very dope song.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Track 9 is Like People. This one right here is a pretty cool song right here. This one is just this one is just a old catchy tune. Well, it has that old catchy tune to it, and the lyrics go like, and here's the lyrics. The lyrics go like this: like people. So the lyrics go like this. It says, "I took you far from home and left you on your own, sitting in my bed. And in the evening, we took amphetamines and talked about your friends. And there's a picture of me standing in your pants. I could wear them, but I wish that I could dance. And all I wanted was to see you smile. You're singing about the beach. You're holding hands with me and sleeping until noon. You're smoking cigarettes and you're making friends. Since time looks good on you. Remember on the day that I was feeling low, you felt the same so that I wouldn't feel alone. But all I wanted was to see you smile. I wanted us to be like Yoko and John Lennon, Beatles, John Lennon, Beatles. You kissed my lips and told me that I should be patient. But what are we waiting for? 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 So yeah, so a pretty cool song, pretty cool lyrics. So I like it. It's a decent, a very solid song.
Yeah, this was okay. Um, the sound of it was sound. The song was okay. Yeah, this was a pretty okay song.
All right. Track 10 is What Y'all Waiting For. Now, this is a pretty cool song here. And again, again, I couldn't find any message to the song, but I'll just read the lyrics because again, I'm not a singer. Yeah, I'll just read the lyrics. So, ow! And there is no way that anybody's still here, and the satellite's floating so high, sends signals through my atmosphere, here, and here. Well, are you gonna stay now? So excuse me. So what you waiting for? Well, do you have to go? Ooh man, I wanna know. Well, are you gonna stay now? I'm just a crossword sitting here without a pen or resolution. Uh-huh. Big, a representative woo. What we have here, what we have here. A, where there's five or more written threads. Hey, revolving around my mind all the time. Ah, well, are you gonna stay now? So what you waiting for? Well, do you have to go? Ooh, baby, I want to know. Are you gonna stay now? I'm just a crossword without a pen, and I'm waiting for your contribution. Oh, yeah, pretty. So yeah, pretty funky song right here. Pretty like the lyrics feels very funky, and David McCormick. I like his I like his singing voice. Like it's not touching the likes of Van Halen or ACD,
Right.
but he has a very cool voice, like a very cool voice. And when you hear his voice, I hear Bandit. You know,
Mm.
the father from Bluey.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hear Bandit because again, he's a voice actor for Bandit Healer from Bluey. So I could definitely hear Band like if they were a cartoon band, this would have been a lot way more enjoyable if you ask me.
Right.
Like if they were like a cartoon virtual band
Hmm.
in the style of gorillas, and not saying to copy the gorilla style, but have their own flair to it. This could have been this could have been way in, like this song. If they were a cartoon band, this, it would have been just as enjoyable, way more enjoyable.
Yeah.
So so pretty cool song, very cool song, and I like Dave McCormick's vocals on here. I
Hmm.
like it. It's not again. It's not touching ACD or Van Halen or Def Leppard, but
Right.
his vocals are cool. His vocals are very cool though, so I
Mm.
like it.
Yeah, this was cool. Like his his voice was cool. Yeah, this was a cool track.
Yeah, is the so the, yeah the track is 3 minutes and 7 seconds. So these songs go by quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the last track is Come Tuesday. Um, pretty pretty solid way to end off the album. So this one is a very mellow song right here, where it brings all home with a mellow meander, being just the right mixture of space and presence. A ripper of a collection of and very worthy of your respect. Brisbane, Brisbane. What the hell? There we go. Brisbane boys ride high again. So this one has a very mellow vibe to it, and the only thing you hear are the vocals and just like the guitar strings. So very mellow song, but a very nice way to end the album.
Yeah, this one's very yeah. This is a pretty decent way to end off the album. Yeah, I like the mellowness to it. Um, so yeah, I thought it was pretty solid.
All right, and that's all the tracks of the album. So overall, um, this is a pretty enjoyable album. This is a very enjoyable album. I like the production. I like David McCormick singing, and even though and again, this album is nothing revolutionary. It's what is Custard is an acquired taste. Like they're an acquired taste, and like I said before, um, you may not like them at first, but as time goes by, when you hear the when you hear their when you hear this album over and over and over again, when you listen to it, it's gonna resonate with you even more
Mm-hmm.
as time goes by. So, but but right now, it's an enjoyable album. Nothing too groundbreaking. Like the this is nothing. You're not gonna get Def Leppard's Hysteria, or you're not getting Van Halen's debut album, which um shout out to Reg. He did a very dope review on Van Halen's first album, so give him a very cool shout out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yes.
not touching Metallica or Rage Against the Machine or Stone Temple Pilots.
Right.
So, but on its own 2 feet, on its own merits, this is a very cool, a very enjoyable album. So, with that being said, oh yeah, I love the production by Custard, and okay, yeah, I said I said a lot about the production. It's cool. It's enjoyable. It's great to listen to. Um, so overall, I would give this album hmm, a solid thumbs up. So,
Mhm.
a solid thumbs up. I think it's a very um, enjoyable album. Again, if you like alternative rock, like Stone Temple Pilots, Rage Against the Machine, um, or if you like, soft rock, folk rock groups like Heart,
Mhm.
then you would love this album.
Yeah. Um, I'm on the fence because um, it was not once to me. It was not really one song on this album that kind of stood out. Like I said earlier, either it's gonna be okay or I just didn't really care for it. It may have been one or two songs that was pretty cool, but I mean, if it's a song, it's a song for people who like alternative rock and all that good stuff. And this is definitely the album for you. But for me personally, like I couldn't get into it. I mean, maybe if I listen to other albums and stuff, maybe I'll probably revisit this one. But I see what they have the voice. They have the voice talent. It's just really none of the songs was like really breaking. So I give this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I give this a thumbs down, just because it was just nothing. It was just it to me. It was just nothing groundbreaking. It didn't stand
Yeah,
out for me.
it's nothing yeah, nothing groundbreaking.
Right.
It's not like again, like I said, you're not getting your Rage Against the Machine. It's
Yeah.
not no Stone Temple Pilots or Pantera, Metallica, Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Custard been out since the '80s, so like I said, this is your first time listening to their album, listening to this album,
Yeah.
and, and like I mentioned, you may not like it the first time,
Mm-hmm.
but when you revisit it, like take some months take some months away from the album and
Yeah.
then revisit it, then you might find something that you might have missed,
Right.
and that's okay. And that's okay uh, uh, because you know me, I'm not gonna be one of those people that be like, oh, why'd you hate this album? Like, why would you say you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll describe it. No, I'm not doing that shit.
Right. Right.
Yeah, because I think that's too childish,
It is.
and you can't question no one. You can't question no one's taste all because they don't like a certain album.
Yeah, everybody has different tastes.
Yes.
I mean, it like I like for example, like I could say, Thriller is like one of the best albums of all time. You might think differently, so it's like, well, everybody has their own taste.
Yeah. I don't, but not me. I think Thriller is one of the best albums from the '80s because
Yeah, I agree.
that made Michael the legend that he is.
Oh, I agree. Thriller, yeah,
Yeah, that put Michael on the like. I know he did stuff with the Jackson Five
right.
and Off the Wall. Off the Wall is a very dope album as well.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah,
a disco. But that's a disco album.
right.
Thriller is what made him the legend that he is. Like
Yep,
the iconic clothing,
yep,
the music video,
yep.
everything about the Thriller is what made Michael the legend that he is.
I agree.
And the reason why he was so hungry, like what you said on one of Reggie's live streams,
Oh yeah, yeah,
you said that he was so hungry that he also did I was like bad,
yeah,
dangerous,
yeah,
history, invincible. Like
yeah.
he was hungry.
Oh yeah,
And yes, while history and invisible don't live up to the same merits like dangerous and bad and
mm,
Thriller did,
yeah,
there were still hits of those albums. Like
oh yeah,
number one, Scream.
yeah,
Yeah, Scream. Earth Song, one
yeah,
of the best songs on the album.
yeah.
And you know what? I'll take Earth Song. Like I love Heal the World, but I think Earth Song to me is a lot better. Earth Song because the reason why because I feel like that song is much more impactful,
Yeah.
and the music video it's very haunting because it shows you the aftermath of what humanity has done to the earth,
Mm,
pollution, violence, war. It still goes on to this very day.
right.
Like there's a reason why Michael's the legend that he is.
I,
And like Tri said, when he died, there's a big void in music.
it was.
A very big void. Like, yes, we did cry when Biggie left, when Aaliyah left.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when it comes to when it comes to people like uh, Aretha Franklin, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, and then later we lost Tina Turner.
Yeah.
there's a big big gigantic void in music
It is.
that none of these recent artists can can fill.
No.
Like Beyonce can't fill those shoes, and Beyonce been out for a long time.
Right.
Beyonce been around since Destiny's Child,
Yeah, I agree.
and look what she's at now.
Mm-hmm.
Janet Jackson, she's still doing her thing.
Yeah.
Um, Alicia Keys, Alicia Keys, very dope singer, legend, very good artist. But even she can't fill that void. Alicia Keys, or even like recent artists that been out, like for example, SZA. SZA been out since when she did her EPs,
Right.
but even she can't fill that void.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not the biggest, SZA fan, I do like some of her songs. Like she does have hits,
Mm-hmm.
and one day we might give her flowers too.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But like you said, everyone, everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the reason why, because music is universal. It's
It,
for it's for everybody. It's not just like whether you like R&B or Blue Eyed Soul or alternative rock. Like it's for everybody. That's why music is so impactful. It's because it's for everybody.
I agree.
It's made for everybody.
Yeah.
It's diverse. So with you saying that you with this album, Custard respect all life forms. Like I said, it's okay to not let it, it's okay to not like the album because
Mm.
again, it, it might not resonate with you, but as time goes by, once you listen to it over and over again, then you'll start to appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing with some movies, like
Yeah.
some movies when you watch them the first time, they may not resonate with you the first time.
Yeah.
Like you could say you liked it visually
Mm-hmm.
or artistically,
Yeah.
but when it comes to anything else, it's not hitting. It's not hitting.
Yeah. It's a lot
But
of.
when you go back and rewatch it, you start to appreciate its other merits.
Yeah. It's a lot of movies that I've came across. I
So
didn't.
that's how you feel about this album. Like
Yeah.
you just like it just didn't resonate with you at
Right.
first.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of movies that didn't resonate me. At first. Well, there's still movies that I don't really care for at all. Like,
Yeah,
perfect example, Harlem Nights. I don't care for that movie. Like, I see why people like it, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Well,
I don't
yeah,
care for it,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Some people like Custard. Some people don't.
Yeah.
This is my first time listen to their album, so that's why I gave it like a solid, like not a big thumbs up, but just like in the middle.
Right.
Just it's just solid.
Yeah.
It's just enjoyable. It's just solid. Nothing too groundbreaking. Nothing too revolutionary, but
Right.
just solid. It's just solid. It's a decent listening to.
Yeah.
But as time goes by, you start to appreciate it more. That's what it is.
Right.
But now let's go back. Let's go to um. We're gonna go to our new wave. We're gonna go to Britain with this pop band Culture Club,
Mm.
and this their with their the second album, Colored by Numbers. which was released on October 10th, 1983. And this and its genre is new wave and blue eyed soul, and it was released under the label Virgin Virgin from the United Kingdom and Epic from the United States. And the producer is Steve Levine. So Culture Club, everybody knows who everybody should know who they are. Boy George, one 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 of my favorite singers from the one of my favorite singers. Roy Hay, Mikey Craig, John Moss, like they're one of the most representative and influential groups of the 1980s, and they're from London and which is located in England. They're known for hits like "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me," "Time," "Clock of the Heart," "I'll Tumble for You," Church of the Poison Mind, Karma Chameleon, Victims, Miss Me Blind, It's a Miracle, The War Song, Move Away, and I Just Want to Be Loved. So that's all you need to know about Culture Club because everybody and their mama should know who they are.
Yeah.
So no bullshitting. And this album right here.
Yeah, that's a nice album cover.
Yep. That's Boy George.
Yep.
Yep. Something like people thought he was a girl at first because of the way he looked.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's full man.
Yeah.
He's full man, similar to David Bowie. Some people think David Bowie looks kind of feminine.
Oh God, no.
But or they think Grace Jones look like a man or something, but no.
Right.
That's just the way they look.
Right.
Like that's the thing I dislike. Like I mean, yes, Grace Jones. Okay, Grace Jones does look like a man, but so what? So what?
Yeah.
Are you gonna judge them based on how they look?
Mm-hmm.
They're, the music matters. Okay, the
Right.
music matters. Okay, so this album has 10 songs. Yeah, 10 songs. Yep.
Yep.
Let's go to color by numbers. Yep, 10 songs. So the first track is come on, chameleon. Like, oh, very, very dope song. Right? Not dope. One of the best songs of the album. And this one revolves around the imagery of colors to symbolize different emotions and experiences in a tumultuous relationship. The opening lines describe the singer's love interest as having desert loving in their eyes all the way, suggesting a deep passion or a longing for something unattainable. However, the singer is wary of this person's lies and admits that he himself is a man without conviction, uncertain of how to navigate these conflicting feelings. The chorus of the song is the repeating refrain of come on, chameleon," which serves to hide the cyclical, unpredictable nature of the relationship. The line, "Loving will always be easy if your colors were like my dreams, red, gold, and green," suggests that the singer wishes his love interest would be more transparent or predictable. The colors red, gold, and green are commonly associated with passion, wealth, and growth, respectively. The second verse continues the theme of deception, with the singer describing how he didn't hear his love interest's wicked words every day, and how the person he once knew as so sweet, he has now become someone who strings along. The final verse once again highlights the singer's lack of certainty, with him admitting that he doesn't know how to sell a contradiction, and that the other person comes and goes in a way that confuses and frustrates him. Overall, Karma Chameleon can be interpreted as a cautionary tale about the unpredictability of love and the importance of being true to oneself. The colorful imagery of the song serve to emphasize the emotional complexity of romantic relationships with each other, representing a different aspect of love. So very dope song, one of the best songs of this album, and again, I love Boy George's vocals on this song. He sounds very lively and just very passionate, and he sounds hungry on the song as well. So very dope song, one of the most iconic songs in Culture Club's history. Love this.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was a great way to start off the album. Um, Even though that this song to me is overplayed, at least here,
Yeah,
at least here, like,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure everywhere it's overplayed.
In the UK, because everybody and
Yeah,
their mama knows the song.
yeah, I've seen it in, I've heard this in TV shows, I've heard this in movies, in commercials, you know what I mean? But this is one of his like iconic songs. This is definitely iconic. And it's a great way to like open up, the album. So I like it. I love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times have Toy Soldiers been played?
Ugh.
Toy Soldiers. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I love Toy Soldiers, but by Martica. I
Yeah.
love Toy Soldiers,
Yeah.
but everyone is so quick to say that's Eminem song. No, that's Martica's song.
Yeah, it is.
That's all Martica. That's her song.
Yeah.
But Eminem just used a sample for that song.
Right. At
And
least
but he did it in a way that's actually respectful, not like other artists. Cough cough. You know what I'm talking about. The one who did Staying Alive.
yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about him because he can again. I'll say it before. I'll say it again. He can't sing. He
No.
talks to his lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm referring to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, as far as like toy soldiers with Montica, I barely hear that. Well, at least here, I barely hear that on the radio. I don't
yeah.
like,
I mean, it's famous. It's very famous.
yeah. Um,
But you got other hits.
yeah, I like the first time I heard the song was back in 2018 where I think it was VH1 Classics, if I'm not mistaken, or MTV Classics, one of them. And or if they was playing like, or I think it was like the 80 station. Like I was watching cable one day and then I heard, I overheard. I'm like, oh my god, what is this song? Like I've never heard this song before. And then that was like my introduction. I'm like, okay, this called Toy Soldiers. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I love, yeah, that's a song I could listen to over and over and over.
Yeah, it's a very dark song too.
It is
Very
very,
dark. Like it talks about cocaine addiction.
yeah, it does.
Like, and she sung that at the age of 18 and 19, so she was still a a teenager, but she's also a young adult at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah, 18, 19.
yeah.
So she was of age
Mm-hmm.
compared to people compared to Debbie Gibson. Debbie Gibson, she was like when she did Out of the Blue, she was like 16 and 17.
Yeah,
Yeah, 16 and 17 years old.
multi-talented.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a very dope review we did.
Yeah,
Yeah. That song, like one of my favorite songs, Foolish Beat, that's a very dope song.
yeah,
Love that song.
yeah,
But let's get back to Culture Club. So track two is It's a Miracle. 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 And dreams are made of emotions. Another great song right here, where this one talks about painting a picture of a world filled with danger and uncertainty, where people hide behind masks and face false smiles. The image of guns crossing the street, such as a society where violence is a constant threat and where people cannot trust each other. The singer talks about blowing a storm, describing a sense of chaos and confusion that seems to surround him. He acknowledges that no one is there to comfort or protect him, and that there is something in his eyes that betrays his inner turmoil. Despite this bleak picture, the song takes on a hopeful tone, insisting that miracles can happen even in the midst of despair. The repetition of the phrase, "it's a miracle," creates an almost incantatory effect, as if the singer is trying to chant his way to a better reality. He suggests that dreams are made of emotions and that it is through our deepest feelings that we can create the reality we want to see. The final section of the song repeats the main lyrics, adding in some improvised sounds and scatting. The effect is to create a sense of spontaneity and joy, as if the singer has found a way to dance through the difficulties of life and come out on the other side. Overall, "It's a Miracle" is a song that acknowledges the challenges of the world we live in, but refuses to give up on the possibility of redemption and transformation. Love this song. Love the lyrics. I love Culture Club's you know production. I love the production of the song. The beat is fire. The music video is fire. And boy George's vocals are fire as well. So very dope song. I love it. One of
Yeah,
my favorite songs on this album as well.
yeah. This is a pretty good dance. This is a pretty good dance song. I actually like. I actually like this song. It's pretty. It's a pretty good song. I love the production. Boy George did his thing on this, so I like it.
Yep. See new artists. Well, see new singers. This is how you sing.
Hmm.
Not talking through your lyrics. Not whispering. This is how you sing.
Exactly.
Right. Track three is Black Money. Pretty cool song right here. This one talks about a person's obsession with money and the negative impact it has on their life. The song is a rhythmic blend of reggae and pop that includes background vocals, harmonies, and Boy George's signature voice. The repeated questioning of "Do you deal in black money?" implies a darker meaning to the lyrics, with a reference to black money being understood as a term for undisclosed or dirty money, or in this case, Ill- illegal money. The song's opening lyrics, "Fortunes find you, cross out every emotion, standing right behind a shadow of devotion," suggests that the lead character has chosen to prioritize money over their emotional well being. The lyrics about somebody else's life cannot be mine, meaning that the character has given up on life, on living the life to chase money. Despite this, they still long for love and affection from others. But the riches represented by black money are a trap that prevents them from finding true happiness. The repetition of "give me some love, but don't waste my time," "black money, I'll love you again, but you must be mine," suggests that the character is aware of the toxicity of their obsession with money, but is still unable to break free from it. Ultimately, the song reflects a criticism of a materialistic lifestyle at the expense of genuine human connection and happiness. So yeah, very very intricate message where when you think of black money, so basically, so basically, in my own words, illegal money, like illegal money, and how some people just prioritize 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 their material wealth with other from other like very important matters like building relationships and just building positive relationships as well. And they focus too much on the material life and not and rather than focusing on what's actually important, like their own lives,
Mm.
essentially, like their friends, their families, their loved ones, and they just want to throw it all away. And some people want to throw it all away for material possession, which again, that's not the main focus. That's
Mm-hmm.
not how life works. So pretty cool song, very cool song, very cool message. I like it. Take or leave it.
Yeah, this was pretty. This was pretty good. It wasn't too bad. Like you said, take it or leave it. But I like the message that I like the message that was behind it.
All right. Um, track 4 is changing every day. Again, another pretty solid song right here, where it just talks about it's open to interpretation. So changing every day, it speaks about the pressures of to conform to societal norms or risk being ostracized from the mainstream. It can also address contemporary issues of society, of social and personal experiences, as well as dehumanizing effects on industrialization. And the opening lines implore the listener to discard their life with a dire warning that they will end up in a crime life. And as the song progresses, it appears to suggest that there's a way of surviving and thriving in spite of these pressures. The singer implies that people can learn how to survive when they get hungry, either metaphorically or literally. The chorus, repeating the phrase "changing every day," suggests that people should not be confined to a fixed identity, and that we should take all steps to challenge ourselves and become better versions of ourselves.
Mm.
The second verse speaks about the consequences of ignoring the pressures to conform. The verses suggest that a life without purpose or meaning is a life wasted, and the singer implores the listeners not to be pushed into production. This is a statement about how society often treats people as cogs in a machine rather than as individuals with their unique needs and aspirations. The song urges people to be the heroes of their own lives rather than yielding to the demands of society. So, and that's a pretty and that's a pretty accurate message because again, in my own words, I'm gonna paraphrase this whole song. Is that this whole song talks about how we like it's not late to reform ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can still change for the better, even if it means going through a lot of hardships just to get to that change. And we're not AI robots. We don't think the same. We don't act the same. We don't talk the same. All of us are different in our
Right.
own unique ways. And but we can all be heroes in our own unique ways. And it just takes a lot of guts to be a hero. And like whether you're a nurse or or a musician or a doctor or a dentist or a therapist, counselor, friends, family members, what have you, you could be a hero and you can still for your own people and rather than just rather than just have society rather than just be a bystander to society. So very cool song, very cool message. I like it.
Yeah, I thought the song was It was all right. It wasn't nothing too special. It kind of sounded like a movie soundtrack, like something that you hear in the movies. I I like,
Regional?
huh?
You said regional?
No, I was saying that it sounded like a movie soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Like it sounded like something off the movies. Like it's
Oh, okay.
um, it
All right.
wasn't yeah, it wasn't nothing too special, but
Yeah, nothing too special, but
I kind of like
like I said, it's a solid song. Nothing too special,
it. Yeah,
but it's a it's a pretty decent song. Like I don't think there's any whack songs off this album to be real.
right, right.
Because Culture Club, they come out with. I never heard any of their albums. I never heard any of their other albums,
Hmm.
but I do know their singles. Like Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?
Yeah,
That's a very good song. The song there,
that's a good one.
yeah. But I have to hear. But it in order for me to judge them fairly, I have to listen to their whole discography.
Yeah,
Same thing with Custard. Like
yeah.
this is my first time listening to their album.
Hmm.
So in order for me to judge them fairly, I have to listen to their whole discography.
Right.
Yes, but this is a cool song though.
Yeah.
Um, Track 5 is That's the Way I'm Only Trying to Help You. This is a pretty short song. It's only 2 minutes and 45 seconds. This one is solid too. This one talks about um, it seems to be discussing the destruction of innocence and the way society can manipulate and coerce individuals into committing crimes or conforming to certain ideals. The first verse talks about clowns caressing and figures addressing fear, which may represent the manipulation of emotions and the exploitation of vulnerability. The second half of the verse refers to shedding tears as big as the ocean, which could refer to the overwhelming guilt or sadness that may come with giving into societal pressures or committing a terrible act. The chorus repeats the phrase, "That's the way we destroy a baby," multiple times. This seems to be a metaphor for the destruction of innocence or the corruption of someone's pure nature. The line, "shut it out your mind," may represent how society tries to ignore or deny the damage that has been done to individuals or communities. The second verse seems to be a plea for help with the lines, "If I address you and you see me in the shadows falling, call, caress me." This could represent a desire for understanding and support in a world that can be cruel and isolating. The final line of the song repeats the sentiment that the singer is only trying to help, perhaps reminding listeners that there's still hope for healing and redemption even in the face of destruction. So, pretty relevant message for anyone, not just for teen, just for anyone who's going through a tough period in their lifetime.
Hmm.
So, pretty cool song. Very solid song. Very cool message. I like it.
Yeah, this one's solid. It's a kind of like a different change of pace. Um, yeah, the production was good. They definitely did their thing on that. I like it.
All right. Oh, forgot to say. Oh, so okay. So the singles off this album are "Church of the Poison Mind," "Karma Chameleon," "Victims," "It's a Miracle," and "Miss Me Blind." There you go.
Nice.
So speaking of, track 6 is Church of the Poison Mind. Very cool song here. This one pretty much talks about the disillusionment of love in a world that is filled with deceit and lies. The song begins with a vocalist noting the desolate love in the eyes of their partner who had used and made their life so sweet. The lines step out like a God-found child. I saw your eyes across the street suggest the initial attraction that the vocalist felt for their partner. However, they are torn between their feelings and the knowledge that the relationship is unsustainable, as love is hard to find in the church of the poison mind. The phrase church of the poison mind could refer to the societal institutions that hinder genuine connection and love, or materialism and consumerism that focus on the superficial rather than the essential. The chorus in the Church of the Poison Mind is repeated numerous times, suggesting the widespread nature of the problems the vocalist is referring to. The lyrics, "Watch me clinging to the beat, I had to fight to make it mine," could suggest the difficulties and the struggles required to stay true to oneself in a toxic society. The song ends with the same verse as the beginning, indicating that the singer is still unsure about whether to leave or stay in the relationship. So, very cool song, very great single, and very dope message. I like it. Love. I like it.
This one was okay. When I close my eyes, listen to the song, it kind of reminded me of Stevie Wonder's "Baby, Everything Is Alright, Uptight, Out of Sight." Whenever I close my eyes, I that's what it kind of sort of the sound itself. It kind of sort of reminds me of that a little bit. I thought this one was okay. It was, to me, it
Yeah.
wasn't nothing
Mm.
special about it.
Yeah. Speaking of not that you said Stevie Wonder. That's our after we do. Let me go back to my StreamYard. That look at my dashboard. So after we do the barge, that's gonna be our yep, our next review.
Hmm.
And and I chose Intervisions.
Mm,
Yep. Well, both Al Green, let's say together, and Stevie Wonder Intervisions.
nice.
So that's gonna be our next review after the barge.
Right.
Yes. So yes. So but now for these two tracks, I'm gonna um talk. I'm gonna for these two tracks. I'm gonna put them in this talk about them equally. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about these two tracks right here, track 7 and track 8. So track 7 is "Miss Me Blind." Very dope song. One one of Culture Club's most signature songs, one of the signature hits of this album. And this one talks about a relationship dynamic where the singer knows that their partner will miss them when they leave. The repetition of "I know you miss me, but lie" emphasizes the singer's conviction. There are hints of a power struggle between the two, as the singer suggests he is better than the other men and asks his partner to grab his golden hand so he can teach her what she needs. The line "decide if you are rich or you're poor" suggests that the singer believes the relationship is an opportunity for his partner to improve her status. The song chorus features a catchy hook that makes it one of Culture Club's most memorable songs. The verses beats mimic both Boy George's iconic solo voice and the catchy pop-driven melody for all to hear. Some interpret the song's lyrics as a song about the power play between two people in a relationship. Others think it's a song about the impact the singer has on his lover, and she will be lost without him. Overall, the song is about two people with different power levels in a relationship. One person understands the power in a relationship and uses it to get what they want for the other person. The music and lyrics combine to create a catchy, upbeat, and memorable experience that people still love to hear today, over 3 decades after its release. And track 8 is Mr. Man. This one is a cool song that reflects on life on the street and people's prosperity for violence. The lyrics specifically call out Mr. Man, who represents the duality of human nature, full of love and hate and capable of great things, but also destruction. And the song points out that violence is pervasive on the streets, and with people preaching it, and, and a midnight cowboy needing no weapon to take someone out. So overall, the ultimate Mental Man is a reflection on the complexity of humanity, and and the need to acknowledge the good both the good and, and the bad within ourselves, whether it be danger and violence on the streets, or or with lights fighting and with being needed to help people through. So those songs, so Maybe Blind, very dope song, one of their best hits off the album, and Method Man, very cool song, and very relevant message. I like both of them.
Miss Me Blind, that's very iconic. I love this song. It's so catchy. You know what I mean? One of the best songs on this album, definitely. I was listening to this one today at work, and yeah, I had the boy George. He definitely, I mean, he definitely did his thing on this song. And Mr. Man, I thought this one was okay. Like, it wasn't nothing to get excited about, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
yeah, definitely Miss Me Blind. I love that. I could listen to that all day.
yeah. I love the music video. Like, it's Jap like the whole music video takes place in Japan.
Right.
Yeah. So I love that. I loved it.
Yeah.
And Mr. Man is a pretty cool song. Nothing really groundbreaking, but it's a pretty cool song nonetheless. Like it has a relevant message about society
Hmm.
and how flawed it is. Like because our society is very flawed.
Right.
Yeah. And now similar to track 7 and 8, I'm gonna talk about these tracks again. The two tracks, and track 9 is Storekeeper, and another single, track 10 is Victims. So that's the last track of the album is Victims. So Storekeeper is a pretty solid song where it talks about love that is sweet and sincere, but ultimately unrequited. The first verse speaks to the agony of waiting for a decision that never comes, with the singer imploring the object of his affection to be honest about his feelings. The second verse suggests that the singer has been burned by love before, but refuses to give up on the possibility of something real with this person. The chorus centers around the metaphor of the stormkeeper, a mysterious figure who creates waves on the sand and is able to provide comfort and shelter during difficult times. It's unclear whether this character is a real person or just a symbol. But either way, the singer seems to be asking for his help in navigating the complexity of love. The final lines of the song are an empowering message to anyone who has been told that their love is wrong or impossible, urging them to hold on to hope and believe in themselves. Overall, Stormkeeper is a bittersweet exploration of the pain and beauty inherent in love and the necessity of taking risk even when the outcome is uncertain. And the last track of the album is Victims, and it's a pretty good way to a pretty good way to end off the album with Victims. This one pretty much, well, there's no meaning to it, but when you think of but Victims is a pretty cool way to end off the album. And the track is a candid glimpse of the relationships within the band as they argue viciously among one another between takes before Boy George finally walks out. So yeah, so this is a pretty dope, pretty cool song, and very cool way to tell on the album. So that's track 9 and track 10.
Track 9 I thought was decent. Production was pretty good. I not to me nothing too groundbreaking. And track 10 was I thought was okay. It was it's okay to end okay way to end off the album to me in my opinion. But yeah, I
Oh,
thought
there. Okay, there we go. So, victims. Okay, the song is about being brave and having strength in the darkest of nights. There you go.
hmm
It also reflects the genuine affection and passion of their pair while limiting their circumstances. So, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool way to tell the album.
yeah
And it's also another single of this album.
yeah
Yeah. So overall, this is a pretty good album. I love the production by Stevie Levine, and all the songs are very. Some songs are very good, while others are they're solid, but the nothing groundbreaking.
right
But considering what Culture Club has done for the '80s, it's just spectacular of what they've done in the
Mhm.
'80s.
Right, I agree.
Like, and you can't deny that.
Right.
Like, my favorite tracks all this album are "Miss Me Blind," "Karma Chameleon," "It's a Miracle." Um, so those are my four favorite tracks of the album.
Mm.
I also like what's that? Where it go? Where it go? Let me go back. There we go. Track listing. So I love Karma Chameleon. It's a Miracle.
Mhm.
Church of the Poison Mind. That was cool. Maybe Blind. Victim was cool. And I like Cheating Every Day. Like those are my favorite songs of the album.
Uh,
But my fourth favorite is Karma Chameleon. It's a Miracle. Maybe Blind and Church of the Poison Mind. Like those are very cool songs.
yeah,
Very dope songs.
yeah,
Those like, but the singles stood out more. They stood out more.
right,
But the rest of the songs they're very solid, but
Mm.
they're nothing groundbreaking.
right,
But compared to other albums, compared to other albums where they will have those whack ass songs like cough cough, I'm not cough cough, any song, any album by Drake or any album by Puffy, which I'm not gonna listen to,
right,
like, cause fuck Puffy, fuck Drake.
yeah,
But but this album though, you can play it all day, all night, and never get tired of it.
I agree.
And I love the production by Steve Levine. I think he did a very good job producing it. So I'm giving this album a very solid thumbs up.
Yeah,
Way up there, like I say this album is a lot better than Respect All Life Forms by Custard.
Uh-huh.
A lot better because I not to diss Custard because again I'm not I haven't listened to the whole discography yet,
Yeah.
but this album is like if you like 80s music, if
Mm-hmm.
you like any artist that came out in the 80s, then you'll love this album.
Right. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I have to kind of agree. I give this a thumbs up. It's not enthusiastic thumbs up.
Yeah, not yeah.
I give
Ain't
it.
no ain't
Yeah,
no to the thumbs up.
right. Oh
Just
yeah.
a very solid, very
Yeah.
great thumbs up.
Yeah. But this one, I give this one a thought. I give it a mild thumbs up. I love. Miss Me Blind, Karma Chameleon. I like that one too. The rest of it, couple of songs I liked were pretty dope. It's just there's a few of them that's like, it was okay, it was decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Some songs, yeah. Like I said, some songs stick out more than others.
Right. So,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
production,
The singles stood out a lot more,
yeah, like the
but the
yeah,
rest of the songs are they're cool, but they're solid. They're cool, but they're not touching like the singles because the
right.
singles they stood out more. They have more character.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the overall album is very cool. It's very dope.
Right. The production.
Because again, it's Culture Club.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
production was good. Um, Boy George and company, they definitely did their thing. So yeah, I give it a mild thumbs up.
All right. So with that, so yeah, so that's a very cool double album review. Like I said, I'm not gonna judge them based off of their just one album, like Culture Club and Custard. So so somewhere along the lines, I'm gonna listen to their whole discography and,
Right.
and judge them fairly.
Mm-hmm.
They're just focusing on just one specific album. I'm
Right.
gonna I'm gonna we're gonna listen to the whole discography and see whether or not it still holds up to this very day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So our next review is gonna be The Barges, All This Love, and in a special way. All This Love came out in 1982. In a special way, it came out in 83. So be
Nice.
on the lookout for that. And with that being said, I, I'm going to end this live stream on here. Yeah, so this is Ray Sean Butler.
Smike movies.
And make sure you have these albums in your collection. And we'll see you in the next live stream. Peace.
Peace.